easily. I mean, easily. Of course, you know, I love this guy because he's voiced by no other than, you know, Kazuki Naika. Yeah, Kazuki, of course, being Zoro's voice actor. You know, I'm always like, I'm pretty good, I feel, or picking up voice actors. But especially, I feel Kazuki Naika was there, but he's Zoro. But I don't know, I watched every episode of One Piece, of course, more than once. But he has a very iconic way how he does his like sound effects with his throat, I feel. So he always has the same, basically. It's like the newest Academia movie. He's a bad guy in that movie. The first time I saw the trailer of him in the field, it's like, it's Zoro. So anyway, obviously I want LAPLACE to be a strong character. I'm like, come on, like it's Zoro. I mean, like, it has to be a strong. Come on, like, obviously it's a freaking best strong, right? No, but really I love this scene because I mean I've been saying this since I don't know episode 6 or something, right? You know, I've been reacting to this anime since the beginning, right? And I was saying that, man, this guy LAPLACE, freaking LAPLACE, typical demon reference, right? Freaking demon clown guy. He has to be powerful. He has to be a powerful clown. And we never see him actually fight, right? But he's kind of been in the shadows and doing stuff. So of course when I saw him popping up, I'm like, come on, he has to beat him. I want to see him beat the crap out of him. Yeah, and he won. So that was great. He easily beat him, right? And I was hoping for that moment. He was like, yeah, but it was really good too. He was like, you already did that? Yeah, he's fist of nose on him. He was like, oh, yeah. No, it was good. He was like, oh, yeah, I killed you an hour ago. Yeah, so it was a great scene. It was really, for me, it was the best scene in the episode. Honestly, it wasn't just that he was like, oh yeah, you know, I can finally have my scene right. He's like, bam, bam, oh, you dead. Yeah, it was like he's owned him. So I love that. Kind of introducing that he's the, but it does feel like he would be the strongest of the Harley Quinn of the Pure Wars, right? Of course, last episode when we actually had the claimant backstory, kind of getting into the claimant part of it in the latest part here, we have of course learned that the claimant is the weakest clown. So yeah, he's like tier footman, they're way stronger than me. So you know, yeah, so it made sense that if claimant is a demon lord, of course he does transform, of course, in the end there to get more power, right? But given claimant's own view of it, he would be the weakest, right? And then LAPLACE would likely be stronger than this vampire, right? Oh, blood man, whatever. I'm a badass clown. And his voice again by Zoro. Right. The guy has clearly not the real bad guy, but you know, like the face of the bad guys. So claimant gets killed. It was a very quick battle. It surprised me how quick it was, but it made sense though, I feel, in an episode, because yeah, like we kind of have presented that claimant is very weak compared to Rimuru. So sure, he just owns him. Yeah, Rimuru's like, whatever, beat crap out of him, eat you up, you can't get to the revive and so on. My favorite scene though is how genuinely how pathetic he is. How really loser he is. Yeah, I do love that though. He's like, because no, I just love that we claimant. I can't have Spider-Man. I love that we claimant. How he's basically sits there like, oh, I'm not gonna betray my friends. I love my guys. I'm not gonna betray them. Nakamas for life. You know, I would never sell my friends out. And immediately he's like, please save me, LAPLACE, Teen Footman. And he didn't say LAPLACE, yeah, and Castle Sama. Yeah, so immediately he's like, oh shit, man, come and save me, friends. So, but I think that's a really, really good scene because it really speaks to the classic character the claimant is, right? That he pretends to be all like, oh, I would never betray my friends, you know, oh, I'm an honorable demon lord and all this stuff. And then, of course, the very next scene, he's like, oh shit, please save me, Holy Queen Alliance, my friends, please, I summon you, Nakamas. It's like, so yeah, he sells out his friends immediately, and of course, keep thinking that LAPLACE was right. So that's good too, that, but you know, the last thing to think about it, obviously claimant itself, and of course he has flashback to Footman and Tyr and so on. But I do like that it also, when of course LAPLACE later learned that he's been killed, right? That he is emotional. He's like, I'm angry, man. You killed like my little brother, basically. That's like my friend. It's like my little Toto. You can just come here and kill him, you know. So yeah, I do like that we also kind of give you that the bad guys do have some emotions, right? They actually did care about him. Even if they actually did like him, he was the little weak brother they took care of. You know, he was the little weakling of the family. So of course they're angry now. They killed the little, you know, the weak guy in there. Yeah, the little guy they were protecting, right? So that's a good connection to it. Anyway, MILIM is like, oh, but she's pretending to be this maid. Don't say anything, Veldora. It's the classic MILIM. Don't say it loud. And it's like, oh, I just told everyone. So yeah, so of course, I won't say I was right. I talked about it in my earlier review, right? I was like, oh, well, clearly the maid is the Demon Lord. Just the name, you combine those two names, you get the same god that Alderman is worshipping in the church thing and so on, right? I started in my review, was that a month ago or something? But yeah, it was super obvious, right? Like her name, you just combine the two names that Fedora said, and obviously you got the luminous, thing, right? Of course, it's also Latin for kind of light and so on. Like luminous, lux and so on. It's different terms for in Latin for light, right? And she's like a church leader, so all come together, right? That of course the 100 Demon Lord, yeah. This is like, yeah. But a lot of shit is forms, right? She looks all pissed off, and I do like it has a red and blue eye. It's a nice touch to it too. It kind of changed her eye and so on. But also generally how later on, this is a good part of the anime. I feel like we can see in the background. So of course she's immediately very pissed off at Veldora. She's like, oh, you damn dragon, I hate you, I always hated you and so on. But then every other scene that we see Leon talking or Guy talking whatever, right? She's always standing in the background looking all pissed off. Yeah, it's like, she's always standing like, hates people. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Added that to her. Yeah, they added like every scene she's in the background. She looks very, very angry. She looks very, very Sundra. Little Sundra Demon Lord. Yeah, it's like, it's idiots. Constantly. But that was good. I loved it. Yeah, like every scene with her, she looked really pissed off. And I guess again, hanging out when her fake Demon Lord guy died, right? Yeah, when they set out him to die there. That's a strong lap with it, I guess. But so that's good. And then Rimuru got the honor to, of course, name them. It does feel like this is Frey's plan, right? So they become the Octagram of Demon Lords because Frey and Carrion stops being Demon Lords, which is, I guess, from a story standpoint, is the biggest difference, right, in the world. Yeah, I mean, again, my favorite scene was LAPLACE being a badass, but I guess from like a lore standpoint, or the world building, that this makes MILIM very powerful, I guess. I mean her as a person, but like now she has their nation. So they both have one nation each. Certainly MILIM has already like destroyed his nation. She destroyed Kara's nation. But as we know, Rimuru say the people so on, right? And now they're all gonna follow under MILIM, right? And she also gets all these like Frey, I don't know, harpy people or something. She gets a lot of furries, yeah. She gets like a huge number of furries. But what can you say? I do love that Frey is like, oh, I'm gonna be under MILIM now. I'm gonna serve you, and MILIM is like, what? I never agreed to this shit. And he's freaking out. I mean, one good thing with Slime is all the fantastic MILIM scenes, right? All the hilarious MILIM scenes. Yeah, MILIM losing. It's on a great episode. Last episode, of course, we had MILIM being like, yeah, I was just pranking you, best friend. And this episode, we have MILIM being all like, oh, shit, I don't want to be the leader of these people. I don't want to have friendships. Stop being it. I don't want to have retainers. Leave me alone. So she was like, but I was being mind controlled. And then Karen is like, no, but you made the whole episode last week about that you weren't mind controlled. And you were all like, haha, I pretended to be mind controlled. And now she's like, God damn it, yeah, that's true. But anyway, I think it's interesting that with Carrion, he kind of has the honorable, I guess, void thing. And he's like, I can't be a Demon Lord, I'm clearly too weak. Let me join you, MILIM, because, you beat the crap out of me. You weren't by control, But then, after, how do I say it, the whole storyline, though, with Frey, I think that this is her whole plan, right? Yeah. But with Frey, though, it really comes off that Frey just tricked MILIM, right, to basically become MILIM's servant, yeah, so it's later. Like, absolutely. MILIM, I mean, and I kept saying, I had my tears about, Frey and MILIM, and maybe they were faking it, or was she working with Claim and all this stuff, right? And it definitely feels like Frey was playing her own game, right? Frey was like, well, I'm too weak, clearly this Rimuru guy and this Claim man and so on, they're too powerful, right? MILIM is very, very powerful, and she likes me, we're best girlfriends, I have her mitten and gloves shit right there. And it really comes off as, I guess, pretty clear, right? That Frey was just tricking MILIM. The whole scheme, not just tricking MILIM per se, but I mean her whole scheme of working with Clayman and all that stuff, right, comes into her is wanting to be protected by MILIM. Like she wants to have MILIM as her guardian, because of course MILIM would probably have her anyway because they're like friends, right? They're like girlfriends, but still though, MILIM has some, I guess, how to say it. She clearly is a wild card, right? But if you're under her wing, if you're under MILIM's protection, she will of course protect Frey, right? So it really comes off that, I think certainly that Frey schemed with Clayman to purposely become like assigned under MILIM and be like, oh yes, MILIM, you're my protector now, MILIM. You're gonna protect me from everything, MILIM. And of course, MILIM is now stuck with having to protect Frey from everything, right? Because she's like, damn it, I have like, what? I'm her guardian now, like her mom now. Damn it! Yeah, I didn't want this. I didn't agree to this. So clearly position herself in there to be able to, I guess, force MILIM to be her guardian, right? Forever, I guess. Yeah, like I was too weak, so I made MILIM become my life guardian, which makes sense from a power standpoint, definitely. But anyway, that's kind of like the episode, yeah. And that's a good question, though. Next season, we're obviously gonna watch other isekais. Tensei is of course the best isekai next season. I think the best anime this year, easily probably. I think it's very few other animes. I said it earlier, but Mushoku Tensei, right, for me is easily probably the best new anime this year. Definitely the best isekai this year. So if you're into isekais, I think they're definitely at least. If you haven't seen that anime yet, definitely. With Rudius, yeah, and there is one for me, absolutely the best isekai. Of the new, talking about the new isekai here. But it's almost like 10 isekais per season, right? So, so for next season, easily the closest thing to Slime would be that anime for me, right? Like a really cool, extremely well written, OP. He's definitely OP too. Not as, Ryus is not, he's not Rimuru, but he definitely is OP, right? He's not on that OP level of Rimuru, but he's still very, very powerful. So we get in like a, typical intelligent isekai. So that next season, absolutely forward to that. And otherwise, yeah, we have the finals tomorrow, Dragon Maid and so on, right? So it happens there, another final episodes. But anyway, it's been, been great. As always, Slime's been one of the best animes. Hope people like the reaction review and so on. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, if you have OVAs coming, right? If you have some ecchi OVAs, if you have some sumo wrestling, whatever, of course I'm gonna review and react to those episodes. If you're gonna have some ecchi Slime. And I did of course watch the whole Slice of Life Slime, right? Which was one of my favorite animes, generally, last season. There's the wholesome Uncle Geld and so on. Yeah, I love that, yeah. Not that popular, of course, as a main show, but I liked it. It was definitely a nice Slice of Life anime. But I liked the genre, I love Non Biyaru, right? And so on. I love those wholesome animes as well. Yeah, Slice of Slime was a really nice show too, and I hope they're gonna do some other stuff coming before next season then. But I guess next season will air what I read there in fall next year, right? So that's a whole year. They probably have some movie or OVA or something in between, right? But usually. And I wouldn't surprise me if Slime next week. Maybe. Last season they had this like 24.5 episode. So maybe they're gonna have like a 40, half something, yeah. 50 and a half or something next week, who knows, right? Wouldn't surprise me. Where you can have samurai stuff, maybe some other character. Like last season they had, They had like a little bit of Diablo, but mostly was old stuff, like Vedora being a narrator and a little bit of a new character. So that was happening. I don't know, but in Slime they love doing that. They love doing those half episodes back and forth. Right? So maybe we have something recently coming up here. But anyway, yeah, see you guys soon. Have a good day. And also, yeah, one last thing here. Tomorrow. This morning I did watch Datta Ken. So if you want to watch that crazy anime, that was a really good episode too of God of No Peace. That anime is airing on Tuesday morning now or something. So yeah, I watched it earlier today. Last week I watched it after Slime, right? But now I was prepared that I was like, okay, it's out in like early Tuesday morning. So yeah, I watched it earlier today. That's already out on the channel, which was probably my favorite episode. That's a crazy episode. That anime is fantastic. That anime is crazy. I love that anime. Datta Ken, God of No Peace. One of my other top animes. This is definitely, but it definitely is a very weird, like ecchi anime. You have to laugh at the weird hand jokes all the time, right? So it's definitely not an anime for like the faint-hearted people. But anyway, yeah, see you guys tomorrow with Dragon's Maid.